home game for ULM Senior Day about to get underway, and Troy controls the tip.
Yeah, he went up over that one and got it. But, you know, you're talking about Coach Cross. They come in and all of the new players they got in to be 18-10. They've done a phenomenal job, and then they didn't waste any time getting Dowd open.
So immediately a bucket for Troy. And ULM with the basketball. Layup good by Dowd.
So they're going to pressure LaCour, try to keep the ball away from him, keep out of his hand, and then go after a lot of steals. He goes after steals, but they're going after him too. And they're going to switch so they don't get caught on the trap.
All deflected and stolen away by the Trojans. Coming off a tough loss on the road in Jonesboro a couple of nights ago. Spins out of trouble. Valdez kicks it outside, and a three on the way, off the mark that time from Rigsby. Out of bounds, will go back to ULM.
Now ULM did a great job defending that, but they did a great job of moving the ball. I mean, they shared the ball. It went from side to side more than once, and just wasn't able to get the shot, to get it to go. They got the shot they wanted.
Tyreek LaCour has been such a big part of this turnaround they've had. He does turn it over there, looking for Jerry Nagopo.
That's a tough angle. You know, he was passing the ball away from the basket to him, and if a postman needs the ball, when he catches it, needs to be going to the basket, not away from it. And I think Nagopo was trying to catch it and go to the basket.
Look at the starting lineup for Troy. Got Eugene, Mohammed, Dowd, Rigsby, and Valdez. Valdez really stepping up in the absence of Jackson Fields, who's not on the road trip with Troy. Shot clock under 10. Deep three from Muhammad, and Nagopo controls the rebound. ULM will go with Gallion, LaCour, Bolden, Metzarishvili, and Nagopo. And a nice poke away and steal from Eugene ahead. Now Eugene gets it back. There's Valdez, who we spotlighted.
Well, they're really moving the ball.
A little bit short that time was Dowd, the freshman. A couple of freshmen starting for Coach Cross. You look at a team that's at the top of the standings, and in this day and age, when you start multiple, well, 3 freshmen, that's pretty incredible.
It is, and you know, and they're just after everything. And then LaCour gets his first 3.
That's some words for the end of the Troy bench over there too.
Yeah, I'm sure they had something to say, and that was his response to him. But you know, he needs to be concentrating on what he's got on the floor.
That 3 bounces over the top of the backboard.
You know, just Troy just stays after the ball all the time. You know, they've come up with a couple of steals already. If you just relax a second, take your eye off of what you're doing, or dribble the ball a little bit too high, you've got to get down and protect the ball. They're going to stay with you, and they're really going to try to pressure LaCour.
Metz on the drive, lost it off of his knee. It was poked away, but off of Metz.
So they got a hand on it and just knocked it out of his hand, and like it went off of him.
That's a good call.
But yeah, when you get in pressure, you got to get a grip on the ball.
Muhammad off on that one. Battle for the rebound underneath, and a strong rebound from Bolden. Both teams trying to kind of knock the rust off in this ball game. Gallion fades and hits. The senior on Senior Day. 6 points, 2 assists in 18 minutes in the win over the Cajuns on Thursday.
You know, Gallion's capable. That was a great backdoor cut, and then he turned his back. You think he turned his back, and he just went to the basket with it and laid it up.
Eugene spud with the finish that time. Spring Texas native.
But, you know, when you're playing a team like this, you've got to be aware of where they are, because when you get out and try to overplay the pass, and they just go back door, and you think they're going to fake, and then they just go, and they get a great pass, and it's going to be a layup just like that.
There's Jerry Nagopo. Now Metz It's been a revelation over these last 10 games. Throws that one away, though. A turnover. Shot clock was winding down. And now LaCour picks up a steal. And LaCour.
Yeah, they both of them really trying to take it to the basket, and they're going after everything.
Bolden, no. And Muhammad runs down the rebound here.
Well, it's not being able to get some stuff to fall either team right now. Of course, they're just kind of early in the game, kind of feeling each other out.
3 from Dowd on the way, off the mark. Rebound, put back. Eugene, no, got his own miss.
You know, that long rebound, he just got a hand on it and pulled it in.
One of the 4 guys who averaged double figures on this team. First lead for Troy.
Yeah, Eugene's averaging over 15 points a game.
LaCour was held in check for the most part on Thursday. Only 4 points, but he did contribute in other ways. Shot clock down to 6 for Metz, and Metz powers it up and in.
That was a big bucket. You know, they put a body on you when you start trying to go by them. They put a body on you. They're not going to just open up and give you a free pass to the basket.
Haven't had a foul called. I really had just a couple of stoppages here in the first 5+ minutes. Isolating Eugene against Bolden. He powers his way in, draws. There it is, the first foul. And our first media timeout. ULM coming off a massive win over their rival, the Raging Cajuns, 66-59 on Thursday. Troy looking to keep things going here on the road. ULM by 1 early on in Monroe.
You've got a lot on your to-do list, but none of it happens without your health.
My blood pressure feels high right now, and I'm exhausted.
The story of your health lives in the story of your life. At St. Francis Health, we believe healing you means hearing you.
I need to tell my doctor about this headache.
So no matter where you are, no matter what's on your mind, we're ready to listen. The doctor will hear you now.
Johnny's Pizza House is bringing the Bayou straight to your plate. Sweep the Swamp is back, and we've captured the very essence of Louisiana in every single slice.
Hey, you ain't got to feel it.
Loaded with crawfish, shrimp, a generous taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, a kick of jalapenos, sprinkled with Cajun spices, and topped with mozzarella cheese. It's where tradition meets taste, and where every slice is a celebration. Gather around the table and roll up your sleeves with Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice of Cajun cuisine.
It's Harry LaCour, senior recognized today. There's head coach Keith Richard, who's done a really nice job. Winners of 7 of their last 10. The offense has really picked it up. As his team early on, they had 5 turnovers, but only lead it by 1.
Yeah, you know, that's got to be troubling for him with the 5 turnovers. You've played 5.5 minutes and already got 5 turnovers, and that's going to be difficult. It's difficult to win anyway, but when you're giving up the ball that many times without a shot, it's even more difficult.
Miles Rigsby, one of the 3 freshmen that start for Troy at the line here. 6'6" freshman from Fort Worth, an 85% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first.
Yeah, and then as a freshman, he's averaging over 11 points a game. And they've got several players from Texas.
Makes a second. He's been in double figures 9 straight games. 4 of those, he had 20+.
See, LaCour's going to have some help getting the ball. They're going to pressure him the whole time.
Gallion sneaks behind the defense and scores again.
You know, that's kind of the same thing that Troy did earlier. They just come off that baseline screen.
Connerway in the game. Guarded by LaCour as he gets it back. Really traveled there.
Yeah, almost.
Valdez way off on that 3, and Bolden the board. Valdez, who started on Thursday, best college game of his career, 16 points as Nagopo gets loose.
Now that was a great pass and catch. That was a difficult pass, running away from the ball.
Rematch of the game last Saturday in Troy, and it was an 85-57 result.
Yeah, he was, Sang was looking at the possibility of taking him a three.
Off the mark there, Connerway, and ULM the board. Troy on to a 3 for 12 start from the floor, off to a cold start.
You know, as you mentioned, they had a tough game Thursday night.
LaCour sneaks through. He couldn't get that one to go down. Wow.
You know, all the moves and shots that he makes, and he couldn't get that one to go, but he spent all of his effort getting there to it.
Rigsby gets through 2 defenders, lays it up, and his foul will head back to that free throw line. Just a very slithery player is Rigsby. Already 2 now on Jalen Bolden.
Yeah, that's tough, because Bolden's really, he's really tough to defend. I mean, he's really tough on the board.
Talked about the battle on Thursday night, Coach. They trailed by 19 in the first half to Arkansas State. They came all the way back, took a 1-point lead with 3 minutes to go, but Arkansas State answered back and ended up winning 79-71.
You know, actually, after ULM's game here Thursday night, I got home. They were running a little late. I got home in time to see the last 5 minutes of the game, and it was quite a game.
Back to a 1-point contest, and of course Valdez was big. Scored 8 points in their big run late. Jacob Wilson in the ball game. He has the basketball now. We got a foul away from the ball against Troy. That's going to go against Marcus Rigsby.
Yeah, Nika was trying to cut to the basket, trying to go down and post up, and Rigsby was just holding him. He was not going to let him go. And the official was right there under the official, in front of the official.
Marcus, the older brother. Matz drives. Wilson. Contact, no foul call.
Yeah, that's a tough shot.
Rigsby gets it back here. Has Junior on the back of his jersey, so we'll call him Rigsby Jr.
Yeah, they make them. Troy makes you make a lot of decisions. You know, they cross. He almost lost the ball.
LaCour, he wrestles it away and then gets fouled.
He just kept after it and finally got it.
LaCour, second in the conference, 1.8 steals per game. Always after the basketball.
You know, the ball was loose for a while, and then finally they come up with it, and LaCour was able to just take it away from him. And then I think when he reached back to hang on to it, he got it by the arm. He just needs to get off. LaCour worries me about that half-court line. Lord, he got bumped pretty good then. He rocked him back.
He and Connerway.
Yeah, Connerway just rocked him back when he tried to come by.
So LaCour begging for the call. Before that, is LaCour always draws a lot of attention, and that time a kick basketball.
Well, you know, they watch ULM. They do a great job of scouting, so you know the thing kind of runs through LaCour. He handles the ball. It's in his hands more than anybody else's. So they want to make him tired, especially towards the end of the game, give him as much pressure as possible.
Still filling each other out. ULM leads it by 1.
Ever wonder how they make your Bud Light so crisp and refreshing? It starts with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Bud Light, brewed for great times.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Louisiana Eye and Laser Center in Monroe has always been your first choice for cataract, LASIK, glaucoma, retina services, any severe eye issue, or surgery, but we are so much more. We provide quality care for the whole family with eye exams and routine eye care. We have an optical center to help you get contacts and pick out the best pair of glasses to fit your lifestyle. We accept most insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. Come, take advantage of all we offer and keep your eyes healthy all year long. Get the best care from our team of experts at Louisiana Eye and Laser Center in Monroe.
Look at head coach Keith Richard on senior day. This club leads it by 1. Both teams still trying to get a flow to this game going.
You know, I know it was just a week ago that they were in Troy playing this game, and Troy just couldn't do anything wrong, and ULM couldn't do anything right. And it was it got ugly towards the end. Coach Richard was very disappointed with it.
Willis misses that 3. Yeah, in that ball game, Trojans won by 28 points. It was their largest victory over a conference opponent since 2012. Up and under that time from Connerway, but he turns it over.
Yeah, he got up in the air, and of course ULM got up with him, and he was trying to deliver it.
Metz off the behind the back feed there from LaCour, but it wouldn't go down for him.
Yeah, and you know, at the top of the key, he recovered. He didn't travel. He didn't move with it, and he got rid of the ball. He stayed under control with it.
Sang is fouled. We'll have it on the baseline there as Jacob Wilson commits his first foul.
Yeah, Wilson was trying to knock that out of his hand and got the arm too. He got more than the ball.
Look like bowling pins going down.
He goes down and trips Nika.
Senior day, bowling night.
Yeah, they come off of some screens. And, mentioned earlier, they just make you make decisions. If they come off, and you got to decide whether you're going to switch or stay with your man.
What about Miles Rigsby? He just has that innate ability to get to the basket. And once again, he'll go back to the free throw line, where he's been to the line this year 136 times.
Well, he gives you a lot of opportunities to foul you because he goes up in there and he goes strong. And again, he's not getting out of control. He stays under control. He can stop. He doesn't run over you when he gets there, or if he gives it up, he doesn't run over you.
Usually makes his free throws. Look at Coach Scott Cross. Hard to believe it's already been 5 seasons for him at Troy.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't seem like he's been there that long, but he's been very successful there.
Under all the great teams at UT Arlington. Both free throws go down for Miles Rigsby. He's got 5.
Yeah, everybody was standing back. They did a good job of denying the ball in bounds, especially to LaCour, trying to keep him from getting it.
Willis lost the handle, turns it over. Another ULM turnover. That's their 6th.
Yeah, if you don't stay between your man and the ball, they're going to get a hand on it. You know, if LaCour gets the foul reaching, you know, he's trying to return the favor.
He and Connerway have been a interesting battle to watch. They're guarding each other on both ends of the floor.
Well, you know, ULM, they're trying to make up for the game they had the last time, and that was a tough shot that he got.
Rigsby now has 8 of Troy's 14 as they lead it by their largest margin, 3.
You know, he scored all those points, but they've all been free throws except for that one. That was his first field goal.
Conference play averaging 14 a game. Willis comes back to get it. Big pressure defense here for the Trojans. Metz. Now LaCour's got to get something up. 5 on the shot clock. Now Willis at the end of the clock Off the mark that time. His cheering section was ready to go crazy over here next to us. Or excuse me, Watson, my apologies. There's a three that goes down on the other end by Connerway. And Coach Richard wants to take a timeout.
Yeah, that's the one Connerway's been looking for. He's averaging a little over 11 points a game and hadn't scored yet, so you know it's coming.
So Connerway knocks down the triple. That was his 24th made three of the year. You see Rigsby getting to the basket, and then Connerway from downtown. 1 for 9 from three.
Yeah, Troy just does such a great job of moving the ball, and they find you. And you know, again, they're shooting this many threes, and that hadn't been a problem with Coach Cross, so you know they're used to making them, and they expect them to start falling anytime soon, and that may be the start. I know Coach Richard saying, hey, we can't let these guys get started. We got to step it up. We got to do a better job of protecting the ball, and he'll remind them that the ULM's got 6 turnovers now, and every time you lose it, that's an opportunity for them to score and you not get a shot.
9-0 run currently for the Trojans.
Yeah, ULM's got over a 4-minute scoring drought. You know, that's how they get that 9-0 run, is when you don't score.
Amar Muhammad back in for Troy, guarding LaCour, and there's a bump. When you need a bucket, always nice to go right for the rim. It'll be on Rendarius Jones.
Yeah, you know, O'Connerway was there. He wanted a part of that himself.
So LaCour to the free throw line for the first time today. One bounces home, nice friendly roll. He's been to the line 103 times this year, coming in a 64% free throw shooter. He makes both of them.
Yeah, he is conscientious. That 64% bothers him. He thinks he ought to be shooting better than that, and he probably should be.
In the corner, good look for three off the mark. You see Bolden, 6'4", one of the best rebounders in the conference.
Yeah, he's always around the back. He's averaging 6 a game, but I think the last game he had 13.
Core finding Bolden.
Nagopo outside setting the screen.
Gallion gets to the rim, and that's his 3rd bucket. A kiss high up off the window. Troy back the other way to hurry. Muhammad, no. And ULM a chance to tie the ball game here, take the lead.
Yes, it was. I thought ULM might be going to touch it. If they'd have touched it, it'd have been counted as a basket.
Little snowbird action that time, didn't pay off. LaCour.
Wow, that was.
I'm hoping at least. I think Jones got a piece of that.
Yeah, it was way off. That wasn't even close. So
let's see. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. You know, LaCour come back off wiping his hands. You know, something was wrong.
Yeah. Kai Willis checks in for Nika Metsarishvili. Troy by 2. Approaching the 8-minute mark here in this first half.
You know, Willis has had some really, really good games, but it's difficult. Coach Richard likes to have him or Nika in the game, not together.
Valdez strong to the basket. Valdez coming off that big outing. That's his first 2 today. Here's Nagopo quickly the other way, and Valdez basically just fouled to keep him from getting an easy bucket. And that'll take us to the under 8-minute media timeout. Troy with a 4-point lead on the road in Monroe. Trojans coming off that tough loss to Arkansas State in Jonesboro. Early on, they lead it by 4 here in Monroe.
Welcome to Pensacola, Florida. Basketball at the beach in the Sun Belt Basketball Championship Tournament. 7 days of hoops and
a championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament are on the line.
Ever wonder how they make your Bud Light so crisp and refreshing? It starts with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Crisp, cold, Bud Light, brewed for great times.
You've got a lot on your to-do list, but none of it happens without your health.
My blood pressure feels high right now, and I'm exhausted.
The story of your health lives in the story of your life. At St. Francis Health, we believe healing you means hearing you.
I need to tell my doctor about this headache.
So no matter where you are, no matter what's on your mind, we're ready to listen. The doctor will hear you now.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Johnny's Pizza House is bringing the bayou straight to your plate. Sweep the Swamp is back, and we've captured the very essence of Louisiana in every single slice. It's where tradition meets taste, and where every slice is a celebration. Roll up your sleeves with Johnny's Pizza House.
This gathering here in Monroe on this Saturday. Final home game for both the women's and men's basketball teams. Hard to believe. We've gone through another home schedule here at Fant Ewing Coliseum.
You know, you had two more regular season games before the tournament. We got a good crowd come in. An awful lot of stuff going on at ULM today. They can pick where they want to go.
Back cut. Makai Willis gets it and is fouled down there on the baseline.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough just catching the pass.
For Troy, Victor Valdez.
Troy shooting 35% from the floor. ULM at 46% as Valdez and Dowd had the trap on. And Makai Willis at the free throw line. 73% on the season. Makes the second. So the Tallahassee, Florida native who's had some really big games. ULM is a part of this 10-game stretch in which they've won 7.
Yeah, he's just so athletic. You know, that's Coach Richard's really pleased with what he's got from him.
Great scoop and score. Good patience from Spud Eugene. And lead back to, or is 5 now for the Trojans. This zone defense. Gallion, who's had a nice game so far, missed that one. Here comes Eugene.
Yeah, Nagopo couldn't get his hand on him.
23 off the mark that time from Muhammad, and somehow Miles Rigsby got that rebound, and he and LaCour talking about their dinner reservations at Johnny's.
Yeah, LaCour was trying to knock it out of his hand when he come down with it. The officials are right there with him too.
I believe they have issued a technical. A little bit of a push from Miles Rigsby, then LaCour.
Yeah, LaCour had him by the arm, and then but when he come down, he just turned and shoved LaCour, which is, you know, right down close to the ULM bench.
Coach Richard was talking it over with Tim Fitzgerald. You got Tim Fitzgerald, Nathan Barris, and Michael Swoboda. And then we had a fan down there.
Yeah.
Well, take the front end of.
Yeah. Well, it was right in front of him, but you know, LaCour just stood there after that. He didn't do anything there. So it'd be interesting. They're taking a look to see what's going on. Of course, you know, they'll see there that they already called a foul on LaCour, and then see the push at the end. You know, that's a good thing that they go over and get a look, make sure they get it right and don't overdo. Okay, the officials over here talking right now, telling us what's going on, and we can get that from Chris.
Yeah, it's a common foul on LaCour, and then a double technical on LaCour and Rigsby. Now, Coach Richard, I think, was upset. He thought it was just Rigsby.
Yeah, I didn't see what LaCour. Now, LaCour could have been talking. Now, you don't know what was said, and his technical might be for what he said. But LaCour got pushed after the foul, and he did foul him. You know, they were all on top of it, and the officials were right there with it. They come over and told us that, but they still went back looking to make sure they had everything right. I guess to get the clock right and with the time. But yeah, he was going in with the basket, and they were in there to defend him, but LaCour slapped for the ball and got his arm. And then when they were untangling, then LaCour just got shoved.
They're having to unpack this, so looks like we may have, this is my speculation, something potentially added, but Tim Fitzgerald goes back to that monitor and looked at something else.
Well, and he's telling the stat table over there what's going on.
So we had, of course, the common foul on LaCour, which is his second. So the technical foul on 5 White, that's on Jalen Bolden.
Okay, a technical foul on Bolden.
There was a common foul on number 3 on the Warhawks.
Okay.
So we'll have 2 shots for the shooting foul. Nobody will be, nobody's in the lane right now, but it's just going to be a common foul and then double techs on Jalen Bolden and Miles Rigsby. So that's good for LaCour. The fact that could have been, if they had called the technical on him, that would have been his 3rd foul.
Yes.
So it was on Bolden. And this just shooting the free throws here, the freshman Miles Rigsby. So nothing was added, basically. I'm not sure it took that much unpacking.
I don't know.
But,
I don't know what Bolden. I didn't see Bolden. I wasn't watching him.
I don't know.
I was watching the 2 that was involved in the original. Well, then there's the foul. On the rebound.
Yeah, foul on, this time, Rendarius Jones. Let's see if Bolden here. Look, oh, Bolden's over there in the corner. Let's see. Still don't see Bolden. Oh, there's Bolden right there.
Yeah, he comes in there.
Okay, yeah. Probably something was said there by Bolden that got him the technical. Other end, 1-and-1 here for Mekhi Willis, as Jones committed his 2nd foul. Well, and Mekhi knocks down the free throw.
You know, now if both teams are smart now, they'll kind of clean up their act a little bit, because the officials they're going to call it right now. They're going to tighten up on it.
Kind of benefits ULM here. A lot of momentum was on the side of Troy. Now 4-point game.
Yeah, it was. They kind of had things going. ULM had been just only 1 for their last 8.
There's Muhammad out front. Pull up in the lane is good. Pretty shot there from Omer Muhammad.
Yeah, that was again, he stayed under control. So many of them, you see them going through there and they shoot or run over somebody or pass it and run over somebody, but he's pulled up. And Nick just couldn't get that one to go.
Hit every part of the rim. Scramble for the loose ball. No foul was called that time. Muhammad drives in against Metz and draws the foul. Kind of thought he was going to give it up at some point, but he didn't.
Yeah, it looked like he was, but Nick just stayed with him. Evidently, he thought he was going to fake them off.
He had Spud Eugene over there. Rigsby trailing. At the line, Muhammad, a 80% free throw shooter. As a team, they're 73%, which is 4th in the conference at the free throw line.
Yeah, they shoot well.
got a lane violation, I think.
Yeah, that was on ULM.
See, bottom of your screen of Willis.
Oh, Willis.
They're going to call
he jumped
foul
in
on
yeah,
Willis.
He jumped in and
pushed
just
off, yeah.
With both hands. That's not smart.
Here's Rendarius Jones, who's a 35% free throw shooter. And of course, he makes the first. He was 11 for 31 at the line for that last make. Makes them both. And the lead now is 9. All of a sudden, it's ballooned to a 9-point game with those free throws.
Yeah, well, just staying on this and shooting free throws, it's kind of hard for ULM to score.
Already 9 for 11. LaCour dumps it off for Bolden. Lost it. That was Dowd who got popped in the head with the basketball, and now out of bounds. It's going to belong to Troy.
Now this is going lots happening here. He gets under there, and then he gets run over. Bolden just got run over by Eugene.
It's been a very ugly first half of basketball. The ball just pinballed around. Last touch of Bolden. Chance to make it a double-figure ball game here, as Connerway somehow got to the rim. And the lead is 11.
You know, just steady. They just come down and play hard defense, make it difficult for you to get a shot, and then they go down and just work their offense till they get something they want. You know, Nick is trying to turn the corner and just slips, but just like he got pushed with it.
Spud Eugene called for that foul, and that might have been a beneficial call for ULM as Metz slipped down, but it was enough to draw the whistle.
Yeah, it looked like he slipped when he starts to turn. Well, that hand on his hip, everybody can see that. I don't know if it pushed it down, but you can see it.
So Metz at the free throw line, still 1-1 as he splashes the first free throw. What a nice run it's been for the 6'8", 240-pound senior from Tbilisi, the Republic of Georgia, averaging 17 points over his last 8 games.
You know, and he lost a year to injury, and he fought back with it, and then it took him a while to get started, and then once he did, matter of fact, he started coming off the bench, and he's just really come on strong since then.
The knee injury and turf toe, and even just battling those mental bugaboos too. Corner 3 off that time from Connerway.
So they're trying to come up behind him, Bolden. They didn't think Bolden knew he was there. But, you know, they just try to get up on you, body up to you, and put a hand on you, and then get up with the ball.
Matt stays with it and gets the lay-in to go.
You know, that's what ULM's got to do if they're going to fight their way back into this.
Good defense getting back that time by Metz. Troy will keep it.
You know, Troy just kind of stop and start. They look like they kind of lull you to sleep, and then they just try to leave you in the dust. They'll run one time, and next time they'll bring it down the floor. But they're constantly moving and making you make decisions on defense.
Deep 3 rattles home that time for Spud Eugene. 43% three-point shooter.
Hey, now that's something they run. That's a set play that they just ran to get that 3, and he just drilled it.
5th in the conference in scoring at 15.1 points per game. LaCour, been quiet lately. He's fouled from behind, and LaCour will go to the free throw line. You can tell these officials are trying to clean this game up, and
they start off trying to let them play, and then now they're going to try to kind of clean it up. I don't know what the call there was. Yeah,
now
like both of them got a hand on him.
LaCour, well, at least Connerway thought maybe LaCour pushed off there.
They're over there looking at it.
A little extracurricular, but we can tell that they've kind of tightened things up.
Yeah,
calls.
Yeah, there was 2 people made a swipe at it. Well, he was trying to. Well, it looked to me like LaCour was trying to go after the ball that was rolling on the floor. I don't know. And they may, you know, not that they say that's just a basketball play.
just going to play on. Nothing called there. So LaCour will be at the line shooting the double bonus now.
Yeah, they probably went back to see if LaCour did anything
nefarious.
Yes. Yes.
A little bit short on that free throw attempt. What a career it's been for Tyreke LaCour. Watching him out there for senior day with all the folks he had around him, and you know the battles he's been through over the course of his career to get to senior day. Man, you're proud of somebody like that.
Yeah, he has. He's faced a lot of adversity, and he's played through it and persevered.
Dowd drains a three from the top of the circle. The freshman from Dothan, Alabama. We got a technical foul, or no, a foul, a push-off foul on LaCour. I thought Tim Fitzgerald called a technical, but he was signaling a push-off.
Yeah, he. I didn't see it right off, but when they get ready to throw it in, he's going to get open.
So he was called for that push-off over there. So that's the third foul. 3 on the way. That one is good for Muhammad. That's the fourth made 3 of the game now for Troy, and they lead by, all of a sudden, it's a 15-point game.
Well, you know, Troy started off like 0 for 8 from 3, but they've been drilling it since then.
Jacob Wilson, the game, he has it stolen away from by Connerway. He goes up, he's fouled, and Connerway will head to the free throw line.
Boy, our camera crew's going to have to get hazardous pay down there under that basket.
Major in game 1, and other side in game 2, coming right to your living room here. Jacob Wilson checking in from underneath that basket. Well, it's a 15-point game. Troy, they've hit their last 3 shots, and they've pulled away here in the first half.
You've got a lot on your to-do list, but none of it happens without your health.
My blood pressure feels high right now, and I'm exhausted.
The story of your health lives in the story of your life. At St. Francis Health, we believe healing you means hearing you.
I need to tell my doctor about this headache.
So no matter where you are, no matter what's on your mind, we're ready to listen. The doctor will hear you now.
Johnny's Pizza House is bringing the Bayou straight to your plate. Sweep the Swamp is back, and we've captured the very essence of Louisiana in every single slice.
Hey, you ain't got to feel it.
Loaded with crawfish, shrimp, a generous taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, a kick of jalapenos, sprinkled with Cajun spices, and topped with mozzarella cheese. It's where tradition meets taste, and where every slice is a celebration. Gather around the table and roll up your sleeves with Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice of Cajun cuisine.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Ever wonder how they make your Bud Light so crisp and refreshing? It starts with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Bud Light, brewed for great times.
Hey, Coach Scott Cross, 5th season at Troy. A nice run. His team poised to make a run in the conference tournament right now in the number 3 spot, as it stands right now in the conference standings. As his team now up by 15. Coach Vining, what's been the difference over the course of this run?
Well, turnovers, partly, you know, for ULM, they got off to a bad start, and then just 2 or 3 times they just like they got 8 turnovers, and then Troy just taking it down, and Troy started hitting some of those threes they were missing earlier, and then again those free throws, they've really stepped up and hit the free throws, especially Rigsby.
The line here is Connerway, and I don't know, on her stat monitor it says 38-23. Oh, here it is. They changed this shot from Muhammad from a 3 to a 2. So now it's 39-23. 16-point lead. Mets
So they're just going after the ball the whole time. I don't know how he got that one to go.
Bullies his way in. 8 points now for the senior.
But when he starts to drive, you know, the man in front of him is defending him, but then somebody comes from behind him trying to get a hand on the ball, and that's how they come up with a lot of those steals.
Good action here on the offensive end. Spud Eugene, step back three. What can you do there?
There's all you can do is just what ULM did, is just bring it in. Because when you get that shot to go, there's nothing you can do.
He's up to 12 now, double figures in 24 of his 29 games this year. As Watson off the mark with that jumper. Offensive rebound, though. Wilson underneath, and Wilson gets it to go.
Yeah, that time he got a good hold of the ball, and even though they hit the ball with a hand, he was able to hang on to it and finish.
15-point lead for the Trojans. These two teams played last Saturday in Alabama. Oh, going up for some showtime. It was Connerway, but he's hit.
Well, see, he come off that screen, and somebody was supposed to switch, and they didn't get over there. They didn't help. They didn't switch, and so he just got to run and start. And they just try to get to him to block it. That was Willis. That's Willis's second foul.
Connerway trying to shake off some of those cobwebs that got on that hit to the side of his head. Just the first free throw. 67% free throw shooter. Connerway, junior from Burleson, Texas. Transfer from Ranger College. That's produced some great talent. Leads the conference with those 52 steals. Now he splits the free throws. Lead back to 15. Rather back to 16.
Yeah, he just hawks the ball the whole time. You know, he was all over the court when he was in the game.
Interesting lineup in the ball game. Willis, Metz on the floor at the same time. Doesn't happen a lot. And losing the footing that time. Leads to a run out and a layup on the other end for Spud Eugene. As Wilson lost the handle, turns into an easy bucket.
Yeah.
Now Metz has it poked away.
Yeah, they're coming after every pass, every ball. So you got to expect it. You just got to get a hold of it. It's like they're surprised when they get a hand on it.
Eugene, that was a tough pass attempt. Watson leads the break. Gallion, step back three, trying to draw the foul, nearly banked it in. Metz gives to Gallion. It looked like he got fouled. Even still, he makes the bucket.
Yeah, I don't even know how he got the shot off. Yeah, he was determined to get there with it.
Gallion's had an up and down year, but man, the effort is always there.
Yeah, when things is going his way, you know, it's usually when he gets off to a good start, and he did.
Transfer from South Plains College. Offensive rebound and a travel all against Rendarius Jones.
Yeah, he just went up over Watson and pulled it down. Like Watson was trying to block him out and not let him jump, but he just went up over him. And he just knocked Wilson out of the way.
It's got to be a special day for him, obviously. Played his high school ball at Carroll. Back here in Monroe. Willis gets the layup to go. Final 40 seconds. Lead is 14 now. Well, trying to cut into it, make this a manageable deficit at halftime.
Yeah, it's got to make it more difficult. See, nobody dropped to help out. Somebody's got to drop, and the only person it could have been was Watson. You know, everything was on that side, and Watson was standing out here. I don't know really what he was doing, but he's got to go in there and cut off that pass.
And Darius Jones with that bucket. And Jones with 4 points. Didn't have any points. 2 rebounds, 2 steals on Thursday. As you look inside the ULM huddle there. 16-point game. This Troy team second in the league in scoring, averaging 79.6 points per game. Their bench is always productive as well 14th nationally, 29 points per game off their bench. 12 so far today. ULM can take the last shot of the first half if they would like.
Yeah, they just got to come down and again, as we've said before, just get a good shot and protect the ball, number one, because see right there, just going after the steal, and they got to make them pay when they go for it. They got to go to the basket with it.
Connerway just hounding Tyrese Watson. You knew the foul was going to come at some point. I don't think Coach Cross was a big fan of it. What a great coaching staff he has over there. Greg Young.
You see, when he reaches like that, you got to spin and go to get away from him and leave him out there.
So Watson makes the first. 11 seconds. Makes them both the 64% free throw shooter, so it's 14-point game.
Yeah, he's able to get both of them. That second one, the way the second one went, I thought it might be a little strong.
Connerway with 5 seconds has the matchup he likes against Metz. No, but a foul. Late whistle there. And Metz not really sure why the foul was called, but Connerway liked that matchup and took him to the rim.
Yeah, well, he turned that corner and had a run to start. Once he gets his shoulder by him, he just goes. It was after the shot. Looked like he hit him on the shoulder.
So back to the line, Connerway. He's got 9 here in the first half. Averages 11.4 a game. He was the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches Men's Player of the Year, plus a D1 JUCO All-American first teamer last year.
You know, they scored a lot of points.
Oh! Watson at the buzzer nearly sank one from 7.